Ronaldo, it is December. It's the beginning of December. That means monthly market update. What happened in Lethbridge last month?
Well, few things. I got a lot of slips. No. All right. So average sale for last month.
Well, the market is crashing, right? Market's crashing.
Everybody
The bubble
says
is
that.
burst.
Yeah. Nothing here. Nothing here. So average sale price was what? 332,969.
And that's all properties, right? Like
Yeah.
detached bungalow or detached duplexes,
Apartments,
townhouses.
everything combined. So that price compared with 2021 is over 6% higher, right?
So if you would have bought a house, well, whatever, let's say you bought a townhouse last year for $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Statistically, it's now worth $106,000. So
Yes.
you've made 6% on your money.
Mm-hmm. The average price, that's correct. Of course, there are houses that they got more appreciation and some that were more stable, but the average shows that we still we were getting returns on our investment, and that's pretty good. Like, because everybody else is concerned in most cities, right? Lethbridge is still steady, so that's pretty good.
Let's circle back and talk about that point about how some are more than the other once we've kind of done the update, because I think that's something that's developed in Lethbridge and is quite important as well.
What do you mean? Like for the summer summer was a little bit different, right? Because the spring was picking up a lot and we were seeing a lot of appreciation. Then the summer we got a little bit high and then it started slowing down a little bit. For us, more a correction. Folks in Ontario are pulling their hair out because it's like 30%, even 40% down sometimes.
I think that there's been two markets in Lethbridge that have significantly defined themselves, and that's causing these numbers to, I guess not the numbers to skew.
Oh, you mean there'll be a little bit of overlap still?
Well, like a variance. And let's circle around and talk about that kind of at the end, and we can go over that for people.
Right. So what is the average price for a detached house in Lethbridge right
All right, so detached, this is a standalone home, not a duplex, not a townhouse, anything like that. It's just under 400,000, 397,669, which is up 2.7% over 2021.
Okay.
So we're still seeing values positive right now.
What is pretty good. Okay, so that's for detached, right? So how are you doing for inventory right now? Like we see the houses are taking longer, depend on the price point, of course, but taking longer to sell. So do we have lots more houses in the market right now, or what do you think?
Well, so houses are taking longer to sell. But we're not talking weeks or months. We're talking days. Like I think the average last month was 64 days on average to sell. This month is 66 days on average. So it's not like, it's not like, houses were taking an average of, 2 weeks to sell and now they're taking, 4 months to sell. We're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
And then the amount of properties, this is good news if you're a buyer, bad news if you're a seller, but the number of properties available on the market right now is steadily climbing. It's slow, but it is steadily climbing, and it's really put us into that balanced market.
Yeah, which we always think is healthier, right? It is good for somebody who's buying, they have time to go around, have a look, check, make their mind, and whoever is selling will not have that feeling, okay, did I sell too quick? Did I lose money or whatever?
Right.
So I think that's where we want to be. It's a good place to be. I know everybody who buys a house, I want triple of my money. That's Ontario mindset most of the time, maybe BC, but not here. But it's good. It's a balanced market, and I like that. It's healthy for everybody involved.
And the list to sold ratio is still there too at 97, just over 97%, like 97.5 or something like that. So you're not seeing that, fire sale, right? A house being listed for $300,000 and just being unloaded for $200,000.
Yeah.
It also tells me too that realtors are actually doing the work. They're looking at the comparables when listing houses. They're taking into consideration the current market trend and pricing properties accordingly, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to see that sold to list ratio down, and I don't want to see it up either.
And that's what I was thinking. Like it's a good thing to see that the realtors are doing a good job, but the sellers are more realistic too, right?
Yes.
We would get calls in, let's say, in spring or summer. I wanted to sell my house for this amount, and was out of the roof. There was no basis for that. So that is less opportunistic sale, let's say, right?
Right.
People are not trying to just sell to cash in. They are selling because or they need to upgrade, or they are moving, or they are just reaping the investment that they made a long time ago. It's good to see, but the price of sold and the price of asking is pretty close, 97%. That's pretty good.
And I think this is a great opportunity to kind of circle back around to that topic. We are seeing two very distinct markets develop in Lethbridge, and it's directly related to price. It's no secret that interest rates took another bump up in November, and so that's really defined that line or bridged that gap. And so houses over, let's say 450 and up, it's not that they're not selling, they're just taking longer to sell. The marketing really needs to be on point. So you need to find a realtor that's doing more than just putting a sign in the front yard and listing it on MLS. You really, and taking pictures with their phone,
Yeah.
Let's get a professional in here and make your house
Just a
look.
side note, yesterday I was seeing a listing and all the pictures were upside down on MLS. Like I had to turn to kind of have a look. Actually, I downloaded everything and flipped it because, so not doing that for 450 and over.
So know that your house isn't gonna fire sale overnight like it did in the spring. The buying power has shrunk, and therefore, there's less buyers in those price ranges to buy, but houses are still selling in those price ranges. So don't think, oh, my house is worth $550,000. It's not gonna sell. I shouldn't list. No, you just need a realtor that can put the marketing there and be able to put the foundation in to attract those buyers.
Yeah, because now, before you just, let's list on MLS, everybody sees this, right? Now, on that price point, we need to cater to that audience, right? So you need to know the channels, where they're reading, which kind of videos. So it's a little bit more marketing on that. And they are more selective too, right? So if they have the buying power for a house, let's say over 450 or 475 for Lethbridge, they have more options and they are choosing. So they're not gonna do a hasty decision. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer, but still the sale price to the asking price is there, and the average is still 65, 67. So go for it if you're planning to sell.
This is also a great time if you've been thinking about new construction. This is a great time to capitalize on some fantastic deals that the builders are offering to people. One of my favorites, actually I've got two of them, one of which is in Southbrook. I believe it's a Harper, don't quote me on that. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-story, so 3 bedrooms up. It's got a fantastic open living room, open kitchen, undeveloped basement in Southbrook. It's about a block and a half, maybe 2 blocks from the elementary school. It's been on the market since the spring. It's $400,000, right? But Avonlea is including front landscape, back landscape, patio, fence, and a detached double garage for $400,000.
Should I move? Okay.
I
will move, but not now.
To put it into comparison, that house that I listed for my friend and that you brought your clients and bought, that model of house is like the new version of that. Mm-hmm. And so that house didn't have a garage. Yes, it had the landscaping done. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit older, but that house was, what did we sell that for? $365, $370, something like that. So for $30,000, you're getting a brand new house plus a double detached garage. Right. So if you're curious what your house is worth, send us a message. It doesn't take long. I mean, we can kind of give you a 10,000 foot view without even stepping foot in your house with just a few pictures, but if you'd invite us over for 20 minutes or a half hour, show us your house, we could put a market analysis together for you, let you know what your house is worth, and keep you updated on that. Every quarter, we can get you added onto a list, and we'll just send you a market update on your house or analysis on your house every 3 months.
Yeah. And I think that's all for the market update that we have for the last month.
I think that's it for November.
All right. So keep in touch.
Subscribe for December's update in January.
Talk to you guys.